Hey there! Welcome to this Mometrics video on totalitarianism versus authoritarianism. We understand that distinguishing the two can be a little confusing. I want to try and help clear things up for you. Today, I will define totalitarianism and authoritarianism, then we will put them up against each other so we are able to see the difference more clearly. Let's start off by defining the two. First, authoritarianism. Authoritarianism is marked by submission to authority. It is the opposite of individualism and democracy. In an authoritarian government system, the political power is condensed into one authority figure or figures. Generally, they assume power and are not elected by the people. Their power is unrestrained and they answer to no one. Now, on to totalitarianism. A totalitarian government system is where the one in power or the ones in power see no limitation to their authority and seek to control every aspect of the public and private life in any way possible. So now let's compare the two. What's the difference between totalitarianism and authoritarianism? Okay, so totalitarianism is authoritarianism, and then some. In an authoritarian system, there are a few social and economical institutes that are outside of the government's control. So the authoritarian system wants full political power, but do not go beyond that. The totalitarian rule system, on the other hand, want power over everything. Everything. They seek power beyond governmental rule and begin to intrude into the ideology of everyone under their rule. One of the most familiar examples of a totalitarian rule was Adolf Hitler. He went beyond political rule and sought control over what people believed and even what race he thought that they should be. Another key difference is in the way that they execute their ruling. The authoritarian ruler is more focused on individual power, while the totalitarian ruler is more of a charming ideologist who claims to have the best interests of the people or the state in mind. I hope this was helpful in distinguishing the difference. Be sure to check out our other videos for any of your study questions. Until next time.
Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, or QADASH, Barakatah, Barakatah, to the elected of 1/3 of the children of Israel. Double honors to the teachers and the head apostles of the GREATMILLSTONE, Ruel. Peace and salutations to the Akim who are pushing up this work with true sincerity. Also, Barakatah to the Akwafim who are listening as well. This is Province in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. My name is Brother Daniela, and I want to bring out this class of this right here.
Totalitarianism.
Totalitarianism. Okay? Totalitarianism, as you've seen in the clip of the young lady breaking down totalitarianism and also authoritarianism. You know, she was telling the difference between the two, but they were much similar to each other. You know, and pretty much totalitarianism, you know, is literally manifesting through Babylon the Great, through America. As we see on the news and by the way of these articles, you know, these prophecies, you know what I'm saying? It's slowly, gradualism. Slowly but surely, it's manifesting before our eyes, and a lot of people can't see it yet. Okay, so right now we're going through the process of totalitarianism, which is complete control over the citizens. Okay, and I have a definition from the Britannica. Okay, so I want to bring this out. Totalitarianism is a form of government that attempts to assert total control over the lives of its citizens. It is characterized by strong central rule that attempts to control and direct all aspects of individual life through coercion, and repression. All right, and if you go into the word coercion, all right, it means the practice of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats. Okay? And as we see it now, during this pandemic, they're forcing these what? Vials towards the people, you know? And those who took those vials, okay, those who took it, now they completely, and by the way this broadcasting media, they're demonizing the ones who have not took the vials. So therefore, it's a war between those who took it and those who didn't. History repeats itself, always. So therefore, there's going to be a point to where those who didn't take it are going to be forced to take it by the way of what? Coercion. Okay? The practice of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats. Coercion. C-O-E-R-C-I-O-N. Coercion. Okay? That is a part of totalitarianism. Okay? These elites, the so-called white man wants to have full control of every single soul here in this world. Not only in the United States, but all over the world. They want complete control. Okay? And I wanted to break down those two words, authoritarianism and totalitarianism. Even though she broke those down, I want to break them down within this class. Okay? So pretty much, make it simple. Totalitarianism is authoritarianism. Authoritarianism wants full political power, okay? Nothing more. Totalitarianism wants power over everything, power beyond government rule, okay? So pretty much, that's what Esau wants. He wants to be on the God seat. He wants full control of every single person here on earth by the way of everyone taking these vials and also receiving the CHIP. All right, the RFID CHIP. Okay, or MICROCHIP. Okay, he's gonna push that very, very, very hard, but he's not gonna force it onto people, but he's gonna persuade people. He's gonna make it to where he's gonna make draconian laws. All right, and draconian laws was originated from the Athenian laws. Okay, the Athenian laws was originated from Athens, Greece, which is the Grecians. Okay, from the Grecian captivity. All right, so the Grecians made these draconian laws, which was passed on later on, by like by the other Edomite empires, from the Grecian to the Roman and today's new Roman Empire. Okay, the beast system. All right, NATO, EU, and the Roman Empire. That is the beast system, and the image of the beast of the totalitarianism is the New World Order. Okay, so they're gonna go all out very soon, and we are in the month of August. So anything can happen in the month of August. All right, anything can happen in the month of August. A lot of things supposed to be happening between August and all the way to the winter. Okay, now I believe this winter is going to be a very dark winter this time. Last year it was just a test run, of Biden mentioning a dark winter, but the dark winter was not applied within that time. But I believe this winter that's coming up, in 2022, it's going to be a very, very dark winter for most people. Most people who's not willing to submit to the beast. Okay? So the elect would not submit to the beast. The elect would not follow the ways of America. The elect will overcome everything. The elect will overcome all the wickedness, all the great perils and tribulations that's about to come here in Babylon the Great. It's going to be a very like difficult time. It's going to be a time like never before. According to Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7, Jacob's trouble. Ezekiel 75, an evil and only evil shall come. So it's going to be straight evil out here. We're going to witness things that's beyond our imagination. And we need YAHAWAH, and we need YAHAWASHI more than ever. It's the greatest time to seek the Lord now. It's the greatest time to repent now and to grow in grace. Okay? Because they tend to push on totalitarianism at a very high level this year. Okay? They're gonna force citizens to do unrighteous things, things that are against the Lord, like what I brought out in Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. All right, unlawful laws, man, like things that are unlawful, wicked laws, draconian laws. Okay, and I found this on Wikipedia. Someone asked, "What are the 7 traits of totalitarianism?" All right, and it says totalitarian regimes are often characterized. Totalitarian regimes are often characterized by extensive political repression, a complete lack of democracy, widespread personality cultism, which there's a lot of cults here, and the main cults here are religion, Christianity, Catholic Church, so on and so forth. All right, absolute control over the economy, massive censorship, okay, and there's a lot of censorship going on social media. People are exposing, like exposing, like false history, and they found out what the government is doing and the politics are doing towards the people. What kind of poisons that they put in our food. They're putting massive censorship on the social media, or the platform YouTube, which is very huge on that. There's a lot of censorship on there. The things that you saw before 5-10 years ago is nowhere to be found now because they censored it. Okay, all the things that that were exposing Hollywood and certain elite banking families, celebrities doing all kinds of crazy stuff to the youth. It's nowhere to be found on YouTube. Okay, so what I'm saying, that's one of the traits of totalitarianism is massive censorship. All right, another one is mass surveillance. All right, they have cameras on like the cameras on our phones. They watch us through they watch us through the cameras through our phones, laptops. Like they hear our conversations through the microphone through our phones. Cameras in the streets, etc., etc. It's gonna be to a point where it's gonna be cameras everywhere. It's gonna be drones. And also like the grand finale is when they try to implant the chip within your brain, or within your hand, like to put the cherry on top. So therefore, they want to have complete surveillance, massive censorship, and to have complete control over you and everyone around you. That is not the life that I want to live. No other brothers that want, or no other brothers and sisters want to live. That right there is scary, man. I hate my life right now. Being a slave, going to work, punching in, you know, working extremely hard for crumbs, and then watch those crumbs go to bills. You know, that's not life, man. How much more when they want to have complete control over you? You know, that's not life. I would not want to live that kind of life. I would I would rather just go through the motions. You know what I'm saying? Living in the streets, like being a pilgrim, or even being a martyr of this truth, man. It's not worth living that kind of life, man. I'm telling you. That's not life. Don't let the fear of this system, don't let fear get you away from salvation. Right now you have a chance of salvation. Don't let these Edomites tell you otherwise. Okay? Don't let these Edomites convince you to take this or take that. You better fight back, man. You let the Lord fight for you. All right? Our battle our battle is spiritual, not carnal. So let the Lord fight for you. Right now you stand up for the Lord, you defend the gospel, you teach, and you edify the elect, and let the Lord do the rest. And I was watching a class about that with Elder Apostle RAWCHAA. He said all you gotta do is teach and let the Lord do the rest. Let the Lord do the sealing. All you gotta do is teach. Teach and edify the sheep, and let the Lord do the sealing. Let the Lord do the vengeance. Okay? So it's going to be very, very heavy draconian laws, and anything can happen at any moment. Okay? The vibration is anyone who did not take the vial will be forced to take it. Coercion. Okay? Coercion. The practice of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats. So sooner or later they're gonna threat a lot of people who did not take that vow. So be ready. Akim wa akwaf. Akim wa akwafium. Brothers and sisters, be ready. Be circumspect. Consider consider all circumstances, and also consider the Lord. Okay? Make sure you're trying to offend the Lord less each and every single day, and be on the Lord's good side. Find ways to please the Lord, so the Lord can put a hedge around you in these times. Okay? So we're about to reach into a more stricter system of totalitarianism, of draconian laws. And if you go into the word draconian, it means of laws of their application excessively harsh and severe. So it's going to be very severe laws coming out soon. And there's nothing you can do about it. And that's the way the Lord set it up. The Lord, YAHAWASHI, is control of all things. So, be mindful of what you're doing, and know what power that you are serving, because He is the great and terrible power. Okay? He's control of all things. And once you have that knowledge that He's in control of all things, then you will learn the true fear of the Lord. You will learn to fear the Lord and not fear man. Alright? The Lord is of omnipotency. He is unlimited power. Remember, He's in control of all things. The right hand side and the left hand side. The right hand side is YAHAWASHI and the angels, and the left hand side is spiritual Satan, the spiritual demon Satan. You know, Esau, Edom, and these demons. Okay, so I hope this class was edifying to the elect. HALAL, YAHAWAH, QADASH. This was edifying to you, it's edifying to the elect. Till next time I say, Shalom.